Hey, good morning, YouTube. I'm back with another video. Today's May 19th, 2025, and today I'll be going over my best six-pick flex play. Today I got four MLB players, and I got two WNBA players that I all mixed and match. But before I proceed on with today's plays, let's recap the plays from yesterday. Yesterday, um, I needed Mike Lewis playing in the British Basketball League to get over 11.5 points, and he fell short of only 9 points. Man, he had 4 points for the longest. He ended the first half with 4 points, and then he comes out in the second half and gets the remaining of the 5 points, but he still fell short for only 9 points. I thought, he was going to be able to repeat the same thing that he did the first game because they are currently in the playoffs right now. And I thought he was gonna be able to repeat the same cycle, but he came close. But yeah, he fell short by 3 points. Then my second player from yesterday, I need Josh Smith playing for the Texas Rangers to get a less than 5.5 hit fantasy score, and he got a DNP. He did not play, so that got voided out. Third pick from yesterday, I needed Wyatt Lanford to get less than 7.5 hit fantasy score going against the Houston Astros, and he got over with 10 fantasy points. I think he had, I think he had like, I think he had like 2 hits and I think 2 RBIs. So yeah, he started off red hot, man. But yeah, he got over with the edge of 10 fantasy points. And then my fourth pick from yesterday, I needed Nick Allen playing for the Atlanta Braves to get less than 3.5 hit fantasy score going against the Boston Red Sox. And he got over with 14. Man, it was crazy. His first time at bat, he gets walked, and then he steals base right after that, man. So he hit it right away. I thought, man, that Brian Bella was going to be able to keep him under, especially with Nick Allen batting like what, ninth in the batting order. Man, I thought they were gonna keep him under, but man, he got lucky, and yeah, he was able to get over 14 hitter fantasy score. My fifth player from yesterday, I needed Chet Holmgren to get over 9.5 rebounds going against the Denver Nuggets. He got over with 11 rebounds with the edge. Chet Holmgren, man, has been rebounding very good this whole series and the previous series before that. So, yeah, Chet Holmgren, he's keeping that rebounding momentum up to par. So he's able to get over 11 rebounds. And the last pick is no explanation needed. The free square from Joker got well over that. So now let's look at the. I did the two recovery lineups, man. Both lineups failed, man. So got close, but oh yeah, I'll show you this other recovery lineup that I didn't display on YouTube because it was such spur of the moment. But I'll show that in a minute. But this was the second. Um, re- this was the first recovery lineup. I went with. I went back to go under on Langford, and as you see, he hit 10, and then I went back to go under on Nick Allen. I basically just recycled the same plays that hadn't played at that moment, but as you guys see, they both went over. And then my second backup lineup, man, this one came very close. I needed Matt Chapman to get less than 5.5 hit fantasy score, and he got stayed under with 3 with only one single recorded. And then I kept the Chet homegrown, recycled that. And then I added Michael Porter Jr., thinking, he's going to make an impact finally, being that this was game 7, but he fell short of only 6 points. Need him to get over 10.5. Fell short from 6 points, man. He came very close. I'm like, man, he started making 2 pointers towards the end. I'm like, that's all you had to do in the beginning. Just go in there and take in some inside shot as opposed to always going for that 3 pointer all the time, man. So yeah, that cost him. Well, cost me, but yeah. And then I kept the free square, of course. So that one came very close. And so what I did, spur moment, I would have displayed this if I would have had enough time. I just did a uh last minute take on this. I was like, let me go ahead and just try one more time. And it was spur moment because so what I did, I just went back on the board just randomly, and I seen that WNBA they had second half props up, so because I wanted to just try something to make something back, but I seen that they had the second half props up for WNBA. So what I did, I went over quickly over to the game log while the game still was at halftime, and I seen who was doing what, like who had the most points at first half, or who didn't have that much foul trouble, and who was scoring the most points in a certain amount of minutes. And I seen that Azara Stevens at first half, she had I think like 14 points at first half. So I'm like, oh yeah, she's on fire. So I had to get her. So I got her to get over 6 points in the second half. And then I seen Kelsey Plum. She didn't. I think she only had 6 points, ironically, in the first half. So I was like, she might not be able to get over this 10.5 in the second half as well. So I get it. She came close. She got 9, but yeah, she didn't get over. She actually fouled out of the game. I believe she had 5 fouls. So I think that's fouling out in the WNBA, if I'm not mistaken. And then my third pick from today, man, I love this category. From the MLB Live category, the pitches thrown in the first inning. Man, I love getting that category. Even though it's kind of volatile at times, but when it's working, it's working. I needed David Peterson to get it over 16 first inning pitches thrown, and he threw 25 pitches in the first inning, man. So, yeah, I was able to get that. And then my last pick, I needed Max Fried to get over 15.5 first inning pitches thrown, and he got 20. Yeah, so man, I got very lucky, and man, I wish I would have been able to get a backup lineup for this one, but it was just so spurred of the moment, so I wasn't able to display it. But um, looking to move forward with today's plays. Okay, and also I didn't write any notes again, so kind of freestyling. So um, first pick of the day, I'm going with Gabby Williams playing for the Seattle Storm to get over 10.5 points, going against Dallas Wings. Now, Gabby Williams, her first debut game of this season, she only had 4 points, but she played in that 32 minutes in that game, and she went 1 for 9 with 2 free throws made. With so she put up 9 shots, so she is shooting. So and she did go to the free throw line. So hopefully she gets some more uh, attempts at the free throw line, and hopefully she can continue that high volume shooting. But the reason why I picked Gabby Williams is when I looked at Dallas, their first game, they gave up a big amount of points to the small forward position, and the point guard position. Because I think Gabby Williams, she switches from point guard. Well, I mean, she switches from like all three positions: the point guard, the shooting guard, and the small forward position. But I think Gabby Williams, man, with the volume of shooting that she does, I think she ain't gonna have a big problem doing this. In Dallas, they have been lackluster regarding the 1 through 3 so far, anyway. So I'm banking on Gabby Williams to get over 10.5 points going against the Dallas Wings. Second pick of the day, I'm going with Izai Magbagor playing for the uh, Seattle Storm to get over 8 rebounds going against the Dallas Wings. Now, I've seen that Dallas is giving up, somewhat of a good amount of rebounds in that first game. They gave up 8 rebounds in 29 minutes to, I can't remember the player's name, but Ezel Magabor in her debut game this season, she had 8 rebounds in only 22 minutes. So, that's a good amount of rebounds in only 22 minutes. And And like I said, Dallas, they gave up at least 8 rebounds in that 29 minutes. So, I think she can get well over 8 rebounds. I'm looking for her to get at least like 11 rebounds in this game. And she's such a force in that paint area. She's great at blocking shots. And when she blocks the shots, it gets out of their hands and it converts over to a rebound every time. And Ezel Magabor, she's been very good at blocking shots. So I'm back on Ezai Magbagor to get over 8 rebounds. Now we're shifting over to MLB. I'm going with uh, Santiago Espanol playing for the Cincinnati Reds to get less than zero point 0.5 hitter strikeouts going against the Pittsburgh Pirates. Now Santiago, um, in with his splits, um, he at 129 times at bat, he's only struck out 12 times over 129 times at bat in general. And then versus Mitch Keller at 6 times at bat, he only struck out 1 time. And then versus the Pittsburgh Pirates in general, over what was it? Yeah, 38 times at bat, he only struck out 6 times, and 2 times was Paul Skeens, who played what yesterday, and then the other one was from it was from another pitch. Oh yeah, and then like I said, Mitch Keller. So that's three right there, and then he had like two from this other pitcher who, I don't know. Yeah, yeah. I mean, no, I think he had like one from like three other, no, two from like one more other pitcher, and then one from one other pitcher. So that only made six right there. So I think with the high probability of, the ratio of six, over 38 times at bat, I think he can avoid getting struck out in this game. Even though he's batting like number two now, he got more chance at bat, but he's such a great at keeping the ball in play. So I'm back on Santiago Espanol to get less than zero point 0.5 hitter fantasy score. For play of the day, I'm going with TJ Friday, Freddy to get less than 1.5 hits plus runs plus RBIs going against the um, Pittsburgh Pirates. Now TJ Friday is has only one walk over 5 times at bat versus Paul Skeens. I mean not Paul Skeens. Mitch Keller and TJ Freddy is batting and then he's only batting a 167 in general versus Pittsburgh Pirates. So yeah, his batting average goes way down, and gets all the pitchers that he's faced against Pittsburgh Pirates. So I'm gonna bank on TJ Freddy to get less than 1.5 hits plus runs plus RBIs. Okay, my fifth player for today, I'm going Rafael Devers to get less than 1.5 hits plus runs plus RBIs going against the New York Mets. Now, Rafael Devers is I think 0 for 3 against Kodai Senegu, the starting pitcher for the New York Mets, and and Konai Senegu. I don't know how to pronounce his name, but he's only given up a 224 batting average to well, no, I'll take that back. He's given up a 253 to left-hand hitters, but uh, Rafael Devers is only batting a 204 versus New York Mets in general, and then he's 0 for 3 versus um, Sengar's. Uh, what's his name? I can't never. The pitcher for starting pitcher today for the Mets, he's only 0 for 3 versus him, then batting only a 204 versus most of all the pitchers that he's faced against New York Mets. So I'm gonna bank on Rafael Devers to get less than 1.5 hits plus runs plus RBIs going against the New York Mets. Last pick of the day, I'm going with Nick Sogard playing for the Boston Celtics to get over to get less than zero point 0.5 total bases going against the New York Mets. Now, Nick Sogard is a switch hitter, but versus right hand pitchers, he has not gotten a hit yet at all. And then versus um yeah, he has not gotten a hit at all, but he has gotten two hits off of two pitchers on this team. But both of those players already played like the last two games, so he shouldn't have to worry about those two pitchers being relieved. So hopefully, Senegal. I don't know how to pronounce that guy's name. The pitcher for the New York Mets. Hopefully, he could stay out there a good amount of times, keep his pitch count down, and man, do a phenomenal job against these Boston Red Sox guys. So I'm back on Nick Sogard to get less than zero point 0.5 total bases going against the New York Mets. Thank you guys, and want you guys to like, comment, and subscribe. Then tell me some of the plays that you guys have below down in the comments. Thank you.